All right, from Bolero Christown in Central Phoenix, here we go with the title matches of today's JBT event. Both divisions at once, handicap division on the left, Shorty Gage Baker on the right. That was a third frame, 9-counting when strike spared us. Start the match, which leaves him trailing early on to some stranger we've never met before. Yes, that's the same kid that won last week. Yes, he has 4% of his hair from last week. Justin Erickson on some kind of roll, looking to win his second title in 6 days in 2 different conferences. He'll have his hands full with the always tough Baker. He trails by 9 as a result of that third frame spare. We'll have a first-time singles winner, regardless of the result of this match, is Cody Childs looking for his first title of any type, going up against points leader Carter Gross. He does have a handicap win, has come oh so close to a singles title, but doesn't have one yet. He'll grab an early lead as a result of that second frame open from Childs. Gage taking a 3-step approach to the pocket. Noticed that during his practice shots. He said he's been working with that with his dad, Mark. His biggest flaw right now is that he just pipes the ball way too fast because he's 9 feet tall and can throw it 100 miles an hour. So he's been trying to do little gimmicks to get his feet and that ball speed slow. When you only have 4 feet of approach, you're going to get a little bit slower ball speed. Still found a way to pipe that one past the break point, however, and nicely cover this there. Hold on Big Ben, pretty scoreable today. Scores are very high up at the top. Towards the end of a long day of bowling on an easier pattern, the lanes can start to get sort of cleft or over-under, so they'll ball will underreact when you miss left and overreact when you miss right. While the harder stuff, like we'll bowl on tomorrow, they can blend out at the end of the day. Erickson continues to look great, spare 3-bagger. Carter, for his part, has been fantastic all day long as well. He loves to pipe that urethane, actually very Gage-like. Another tall, skinny guy loves to pipe that urethane right down the edge. And he has thrown some wicked messengers all day long. Having a good time talking about it with Cody. String will end at 3 for Justin. This is the second straight tournament where Justin caught the #1 seed in the last game of the semifinal round. Did that last week and beat Louis Cloud for the scratch title, trying to do it against Gage here. Gross working on a double. And yeah, that light hit just carries so well for him. Oops. So Justin elects not to have that deadwood cleared, and I don't know if that affected his shot there. Tug on the 10 pin. Gives Baker new life here, so now only trails by 11 through 4. He said to me, Jeff, I'm doing my Ethan Fiore imitation. Ethan is about 3 feet tall, shorter than Gage, but he has this redonkulous knee bend. so for Gage, that's his Ethan knee bend. It's ball speed, but you see that over-under reaction. Cody kind of creeps up on the lane there with that urethane. He's trying to keep the ball in the oil most of the time, and does get the 4 out. Darn near got the 7 out as well. Big thanks to Josh and the whole management team here at Christown for having us. Always love coming here. Big old 48 laner in Central Phoenix. We've been through many iterations of this bowling center. Gage returns the open with one of his own and loses some count there too. So instead of jumping all over that opportunity, he finds himself trailing by 26 halfway through. Cody's decided to touch every board on the lane with the spare. No worries, it knocked it over. Unstandard. His buddy Donald's not thrilled with this spare shooting technique there, but it knocked it over. It's all matters. As I scan by Donald, I scan by this guy. Cole Martin finished up in 3rd today, his best finish in quite a while. So Gage continues to struggle. Other finalists hanging around. Garrett's having a cigarette for his. Oh, that's a lollipop. Thank goodness for his career high finish in the scratch division. Well, this young lady keeps on rolling in girls scratch. The all-conference points leader beats Naomi Kennedy from Colorado for the girls scratch win today. Oh, come on, 4-pin. There we go. 4-pin does tilt over for Cody. Either the 2 or 10 does for Gage, and a disappointing 5th and 6th frame there as the 12-time champ falls behind by more than 30 against suddenly the hottest kid on tour here in Erickson. I have seen that hit a couple times today in lane 6 where, you know, it's a high hit, you could leave a 4-pin, but the pin goes in front. Some pin goes weirdly in front of the 4-7. If you're a normal, you know, regular bowler, you'll understand that that was really weird pin action, and that's a couple different times I've seen that today. Carter begs for it to wheel and doesn't quite get there. It's a head pin. Cole says it does that odd in front of the pin action as he just covers the 4-7. So Justin's had long hair pretty much as long as I've known him. Won that big tournament yet last weekend for only his second career title, and he celebrated with a full haircut. No trouble at the 2-pin for Gross. He maintains a 30-pin lead on the scoreboard and gives 16 of them back, so still a close match. Look out! Short pin. Right back here tomorrow, match play with mulligans. Should be interesting. And reseeding tomorrow as well, throwing a whole bunch of different quirks at them. Before we go up to Seattle, then right back to Phoenix again in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. Cal Bowl in between, my goodness. Sorry, Cal. Not Cal, Alhambra Bowl next week. Oh, the weeks just start to blend together. He whiffed the 10-pin last time in this lane.
I know, I like it.
Better execution there, no problem for Justin. Christian Ortega still practicing to the right. He's the U17 opponent for Gage. Christian lost the first round to Gary, so we haven't been able to play U17 yet. We'll do that in just a moment once this is all done. No problem at the 1-2 for Gross, so spare his 5th and 6th. Gage has to find something right now and does. There's no quit in him. He's got room for 209. Erickson going at a 206 pace, then strike spare the rest of the way. So he's got time, but he doesn't really have the time to make any more mistakes. Certainly not here in the 8th. 210 last time, 7 spare the 2 times before, so he has not been close in a while in this lane. Only shot 2-0 in the semifinal match too, so it hasn't been like he's been locked in on this pair. But when he needs it the most, he finds it. Gets that 7-pin to tilt. Still game on. Dave, as you might imagine, a multi-sport athlete. You think he plays some basketball? Yes, he certainly does for his school. Plays golf too. I'm sure by next week he'll be a rugby star, a synchronized swimmer, croquet champion. This again goes for the circle the world method and does get the ball to curve into the side. Cody doesn't seem fazed by it. He obviously stubborn 10-pin keeps things interesting over there. And he hasn't exactly been rock solid on these 10 pins either. Fairly quickly at it. Very quickly at it, actually. That ball's got to hang on. Alright, so Childs getting 16 means that he trails by 13. Spare working on the 7th. Another makeable. No! 3 10 pins in a row, but that one of the ringing variety, and that one, that's about maximum negative body language out of Erickson. He's pretty calm exterior. That one infuriated. Did not like that 10 pin at all. Switches to plastic in the 6-pin, no problem at it. And no problem at the 10 this time. He's got a lot of practice at those 10 pins this match. Alright, so it's about the most Gage could ask for there. He is still in this match somehow in the 9th frame. Chance to actually make Justin double in the 10th if he can go all the way up. These matches can change so quickly. Gross, same like Gage, he's got to find a way to slow that ball down a little bit. Yes, sir! outsider herself. Still that spirit in her kid, no question about it. It's a nice spare from Carter there. Leads by 27, gives back 17. Here comes a giant 10th frame for Gage. Double makes Justin double. Oh, it's tight. Oh, pins everywhere. Tight the whole way. He knows it. Really had to have the first one to make things interesting. And then a slight tug, even at all the ball speed with a little bit of shim today, or a lot of shim today. It's not going to be enough, because Carter's almost the same exact hit, leaves the opposite corner. 188 is the max Gage could do. 8 out would be 190. So 8 would be enough if Gage gets this fill ball. It's unlikely that Justin will make that mistake, but Gage still should really focus on getting 10. And even that 9 count makes life a little bit easier for Erickson. Excellent comeback to get to that point. Just a lot of early mistakes. Computer thing covered that. 7 is now the magic number. And 9 will certainly do it. So what a week, what a 6-day span for Justin Erickson. He walked into Wildfire Sunday morning last week with 1 career title. He's going to walk out of Christown Saturday night with 3.
And a 300.
And a 300 earlier, the only 300 of the day, and a haircut. That's right, I should have mentioned that. 300s have been a little hard to come by lately. Had the only one of the day, with the second closest one being Carter, who ripped a 299 to open the day, start the big old plus 117 game. That'll help you leave a tournament any day. Well, the early triple was enough as he stayed mostly clean the rest of the way and claimed back-to-back wins. Red hot, just there. So, goodness. Spare working for Cody in the night. He's got it. Start a strike work, and that is a giant double for Childs. So, wow. 156 in the 8th for Cody. That's a 59 spare. Plus the 16 is 172. It's a one-pin game, folks. Carter, Cody, anybody's game here. I'd like to do it over here. So we're gonna do the old Gage will do the old both ways picture thing in just a second. 2.5 frames to tell the story. Come on, ball. Man. So many times he's carried the 10 pin with that hit. This time does not happen. We are virtually tied. Slight advantage to Childs because he's going to have that double working. First things first. The only remaining time Carter picks up this 10. Desert Open, I believe, was a runner-up finish this year. He's had a couple others. He's having a fabulous season. The points leader. The points leader after the invitation, of course, is bowler of the year. No trouble at all with those spares. He's clean through 9 frames. At some point today, he only had 2 opens. He told me that during the semifinals. You're not supposed to be listening to me, Carter. he keeps commentating on my commentator. So it was through game like 6 or 7 where he only had 2 opens. Again, clean performance, and all his strikes, just like Justin's, came in 1 3-pack early on. As to whether that'll be enough determines on each of these kids' 10th frames. Here we go. Way wide. Oh my goodness. Instantly leaked to the right. There's not that much room on this pattern. So all kinds of trouble. Loses 4 pins to count, leaves a tough spare, doesn't get the double to put the pressure on Cody. What had looked like a very comfortable lead now has complications everywhere. First things first, a challenging spare. Yep. It's one of the many ways to chop it. And after just talking about his clean frames, an open 10th frame for 197. Minus the 16 is essentially 180. Cody with 9 miss for 156, 175, 184. So he just needs counting, right? 56, 180, yeah. 9 is a runner. Boy, did this match turn on its ear. If matches had ears, which they don't, it would have turned on it. But Cody's an untested bowler. He's never been in this position. Can he throw the shot? Yes, he can. So for the non-champion, he goes 8th frame strike, 9th frame strike, 10th frame strike. He gets a boom out of his buddy Donald. He is going to be Donna and Cody have been traveling all over 90% of the tour together as travel buds. They've experienced some of the highs, a lot of the lows. There's been a lot of missed cuts. But you keep learning, you keep digging, and eventually you hit your pattern and get your breaks and make your shots. Become a JBT champ. You might need back surgery by the end of the week. How about 4 in a row? Yeah. Great comeback. So we'll do my favorite scenario. We'll do the fake picture of one picture of this guy winning U17, one picture of this guy winning U17. Then we'll see how it actually turns out. Do the facts, and then we'll do it all over. For 216 scratch and a JBT title. Nice scores from Chip and Carter. Good to see. Good stuff here. U17 still to go. We'll do it again on these videos. We're watching a lot of good stuff.